In today's video, we will be comparing the sizes of the largest objects in the universe. We're starting with Mimas, which is the smallest known astronomical body in our solar system. It's one of the moons of Saturn and was first discovered in 1789. Its surface area is just a little bit smaller than Spain. Classified as a dwarf planet, Ceres is the largest known object that lies within the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Thought to be made up of ice and rock, it's quite possible that there's liquid water here too. Water vapor has also been detected in its atmosphere, possibly after being released by cryovolcanoes on the surface. Europa is the fourth largest of Jupiter's moons. Amazingly, it has the smoothest surface of all known objects in the solar system, which has led to the theory that it's covered in ice with a vast ocean beneath. If there's anywhere nearby the Earth with life or that could sustain life, then Europa is the most likely candidate. The Moon is our nearest neighbor in the universe and was formed when a huge asteroid collided with the Earth around 4.5 billion years ago. It's about an 80th of the mass of the Earth, but 9 times the diameter of Mimas, the first object we talked about. The total area on the Moon is about the equivalent to the combined land of North and South America. The Moon is the only place other than the Earth that humans have visited. Only 12 people have made the journey, and the last was in 1972. The second largest moon of Jupiter, called Callisto, has the most heavily impacted surface of any object in the solar system. It's covered in craters and often acts as a shield that blocks the path of meteors heading towards its host planet, Jupiter. With a diameter just a little larger than Callisto, Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, and the one that's closest to the Sun. It orbits our host star roughly once every 88 Earth days. During the night on Mercury, it can plummet to -173 degrees Celsius, while during the day, it can become a scorching 427 degrees Celsius. Ganymede is the largest moon of Jupiter, and by far the biggest satellite in our solar system. It's so big that it has more than double the mass of our own moon. It has a metallic core, so it's also the only known moon to have its own magnetic field. It's also believed to have a liquid ocean hidden beneath an icy crust on its surface. The Red Planet is the second smallest planet in the solar system and has just 11% of the mass of Earth. This means that gravity is only around 38% as strong on Mars as it is here. The famous red color is the result of the presence of iron oxide dust, and when it's in the right orbital position, it can be seen with the naked eye from the Earth. In many ways, Venus is the most similar planet to Earth that's ever been discovered. It's nearly the same size, and its orbit is the most similar to ours. The atmosphere on Venus is very different though, and is so dense that the pressure on the surface is 92 times that on Earth. This is roughly the same pressure you would experience at 920 meters underwater on Earth. Venus is also the hottest planet in our solar system, with temperatures exceeding 464 degrees Celsius. Earth is the largest of the planets of the inner solar system and is thought to have formed around 4.5 billion years ago. It orbits the Sun at a distance of roughly 148 million kilometers. This means that if you would drive a car at a constant speed of 100 kilometers per hour or 60 miles per hour, it would take you 169 years to reach the Sun. Light, for comparison, only takes around 8 minutes to close that distance. Astronomers have long tried to find distant worlds that are similar to Earth, and right now, the best candidate is Kepler 452b. It's around 1,400 light-years away from us and has 5 times the mass of Earth. While its diameter is around 4 times bigger than Earth's, Neptune has a mass that's around 17 times as much. It's the furthest out of all the planets of the solar system, and is 30 times the distance from the Sun as Earth is. With a diameter of just 1,500 kilometers more than Neptune, Uranus is often referred to as the twin planet of its nearest neighbor. It has the coldest atmosphere of any of the planets in the solar system, with average temperatures of -224 degrees Celsius. Jupiter has a diameter 12 times as big as Earth's, but its total mass is more than 2.5 times the mass of the other 7 planets in the solar system combined. Located around 4.2 light-years away from us, Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf that's the closest star to our own. Due to its current stage in its life cycle, it has a diameter less than 15% of our Sun's and only produces less than 20% of the light. GQ Lupi b is an exoplanet that orbits its host star around 495 light-years away. Very little is actually known about it, but it's so far the largest exoplanet to have ever been discovered, with 36 times the mass of Jupiter. Sat at the center of our solar system, the Sun provides all of the energy and the light to the planets that orbit it. Its diameter is 109 times that of Earth, and it has a mass that's equivalent to 330,000 Earths. Sirius A is the brightest star that can be seen from Earth. It's about 8.6 light-years away from us, but it's actually gradually getting closer. It's relatively young and was formed between 2 and 300 million years ago. Currently, it's about twice the size of our Sun and is 25 times brighter. Vega is the 5th brightest star in the night sky and is also relatively close to us at only 25 light-years away. Its mass is twice that of our Sun's, and while it's only been around for 1/10 of the time that our Sun has, it's burning its fuel much quicker. Arcturus is a red giant star that's around 37 light-years away from us. While its mass is only about 10% larger than the Sun's, it is currently around 25 times the size and is 170 times brighter. Rigel is a blue supergiant star that, even though it's 860 light-years away, is the 7th brightest star in the sky. It is believed that it could be anywhere up to 360,000 times as bright as the Sun, and has as much as 24 times the mass of our own star. Betelgeuse is one of the largest stars that's visible with the naked eye. It's a red supergiant that's around 640 light-years away, and if it was at the center of our solar system, it would reach out as far as the orbit of Jupiter. The red giant called MY-Cepheid is around 9,780 light-years away. It's unusual for its type because it's much cooler than other red giants and is also one of the brightest known stars. Located around 3,900 light-years away from us, VY Canis Majoris is a red hypergiant star. Based on its diameter, it's one of the largest stars that's ever been discovered, with a volume that's 3 billion times as much as that of the Sun. To put this into perspective, imagine that our Sun would be the size of an orange. VY Canis Majoris would be the size of the NASA Vehicle Assembly Building, which is one of the largest buildings in the world by volume. As well as having a diameter more than 1,700 times that of our Sun, UY Scuti is at least 5 billion times its volume. It's thought to be around 9,500 light-years away from us and is more than 100,000 times as bright as our star. Stephenson 2-18 is the largest star that's ever been observed. It's 20,000 light-years away from Earth and is one of the biggest red supergiants we know of. Its diameter is around 2,150 times the size of our Sun's, and this means that its volume is at least 10 billion times bigger. To put this in some kind of comparison, imagine that you would be flying in an airplane with a speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour, or 620 miles per hour. It would take you 1,072 years to orbit Stephenson 2-18 just once. If you look very closely, you can actually see our Sun right next to it. The Sun compared to Stephenson 2-18 is just very tiny. What do you think about these huge objects in the universe? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.